What's up, YouTube? In today's video, we'll be taking a look at if you can use an old Windows phone back in 2020. So the phone we have here is a Nokia 33. No, wait, no, not 3310. Lumia 710. So the specs are 8 gigabytes of storage, 5 megapixel camera with 720p recording. 512 megabytes of RAM with a Snapdragon S2 processor, or chipset I should say, and a 1300 milliamp hour lithium ion battery. According to which, all of the stuff I'm getting is from gsmarena.com. I am not sponsored, I'm just shouting them out, I guess, because they have everything for phone specs. And the phone was released in December 2011. Which makes it pretty old, and it has, wait, where is it now? It has Windows Phone 7.5 Mango, which is one of the older versions of Windows Phone. It's not Windows Phone 10, which you can still completely use normally and still get some updates. I've had this phone in my possession for coming towards 6 years now. And this phone was featured in a previous video. That didn't really do so well, but gonna try anyways. So we'll be just taking a look at what basic tasks you can use the phone for. If it's actually useful for anything. So we'll be taking a look at a few of the functions you can do. First, we'll just go with the web browser, which is Internet Explorer 9, which of course Bing works, and Google does too. But it looks much worse than it ever used to on here. So I'll see if I can look up my own website on here. So it does come up. But I've tried before on this phone, even back in 2017. It doesn't work. So we'll also quickly take a look at its HTML5 test score. And if it will pop up, so we see 113 out of 555 points. And it is Internet Explorer 9, which is also the last version supported on the Xbox 360 and Windows Vista. And it isn't that... Oh shoot, is that off? Wasn't watching. It isn't that great for modern browsing. Like, it won't be able to pull up a lot of sites. They'll come up pretty bad. Like, I probably can't even do a speed test with my speed test, and I am so bad at typing on small keyboards. Oh my god, I'm so bad at typing on small keyboards. Like, the keys on this phone are too close together, which I don't really like too much. Which larger phones means the keys are more separate, which the keys on the phone I'm recording with are physical keys and they're all close together, but I hardly ever make typos or bad spelling though. Unless autocorrect makes me spell bad. Like, there's not much you can do on this phone, like the browsing anyways, but it's been being used as a streaming phone in the basement for a few months now. Which Facebook comes up, but I'm not gonna bother logging in. So there's not really much you can do, and I would not recommend Internet Explorer 9 for daily browsing anyways, as it hasn't been updated since, like, I think 2010 or 2011. Oh, 2011, yeah, because that's when this phone came out, so yeah, it's really out of date. But it has been used as a streaming phone, however, though, which I will quickly demonstrate through TuneIn Radio. Because this is what... Because we have been using it as a streaming phone in the basement for quite some time now. We'll just use whatever presets we have. And if it will connect, because my dad has been having issues with this phone a little bit, but it still works completely fine for streaming, I know that. And the Bluetooth is still fine too. Like, I know it works for streaming, I'm just trying to show it, but it's taking long to connect. And sometimes it just displays the wrong information. So, we'll take a look at the email, which I'm fine with you seeing these, but... Which the pictures don't really come up, but I'll click download pictures. But yeah, I can view emails fine. I can read all my emails there. And I believe the Xbox Live still works too, because it shows my profile too. Oh, and I gotta update that. It says copyright 2019. And you can probably still play the games that are already available for it. Like, I'm pulling up Fruit Ninja here. I'm not really gonna play for too long. I'm just gonna show that very old games still work on this phone. And that music brings some nostalgia. I remember playing it back in, like, grade whatever when my elementary school got their iPads. And that's it. And then there's Nokia Drive, which would have been for basically like Google Maps driving. Oh, now it works. It didn't work last time I used it, because it didn't want to pick up a signal last time I used it. But the maps are probably out of date. Watch, I'll zoom back in, because I know where my streets are in my area, so I'll know if the maps are up to date or not. Yep, there's supposed to be roads here, but I do not see those, so this is clearly not up to date. It's out of date. There would be messaging too, but I don't have a SIM card. Like, it's not gonna work if I dial anything. It's just a random number. I do not know that number. But see, it doesn't want to call at all, because no SIM card, obviously. And the App Store doesn't even work, I think, actually. Last time it worked was pretty bland. There wasn't really anything you can download, and nothing was up to date. So whatever I have on this phone is what I have on this phone, and if I delete it, I probably can't download it again. And it looks like we're getting nothing whatsoever. And Twitter and Facebook don't work. I've tried the login. They don't work at all. Which is probably just because of how old the phones are. Already tried to log into Facebook, didn't work. Like before making this video. What do our pictures look like? Camera roll. Before making this video, I did take a few sample shots. So we'll view sideways. Not sure if you can see it too well. Got my Xbox One and PS4, which it's hard to see on camera, but the quality is not that great. There's also this one with my iPad. You can make out what it says, but it's still pretty dark, even though I have all the lights on in this room. And my lava lamp, doesn't look that good. And then the setup I'm using to record this video, like right now, doesn't turn out so well. And that's an old photo from 2017, but yeah, they do not look that good. Pretty washed out, but you gotta expect that for such an old camera. At the time, 5 megapixels were probably lots, but today, ain't lots. We'll just try the official Google app, see if that still works. Nope. We were getting could not connect to the server, so looks like it doesn't work. And people doesn't work. Well, it works, but I'm not gonna scroll. Calculator, it's just basic. It will obviously work as a calculator. Alarms obviously works. Calendar, except this phone keeps going out of date. I think I found the issue to why my dad was having streaming problems with this phone, but I guess its calendar was all the way back in 2017. Somehow it just did that on its own. And oh wait, there's maps. But the maps are also very out of date. It's not that great. And plus it's Bing Maps. I don't like Bing Maps, it's not that great. And it's also out of date because I can see those streets that have been there since like 2010 are not there. And it looks like we're pretty much at the end of this video, because there is nothing else we can do with this phone. So can you use Windows Phone 7 and old Windows phones in 2020? Absolutely not. Their only purpose would be to stream radio via TuneIn. That would be the only purpose for these phones. There is FM too, I forgot, so if you connect it to speakers, you can use FM. But then you can just buy a clock radio for cheaper if you want to listen to FM. So this phone is obsolete. I would not recommend using one even for basic tasks, since it has the out-of-date Internet Explorer 9. So if you're getting a very old phone, get something else. Like older Androids from around this time are still usable as long as they're running Android Jelly Bean or higher. So do not use these phones. They are completely useless. Well, not completely useless, but pretty much useless in 2020. So this is it. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment with your thoughts if you like. Be sure to also check out my merch shop in the description. The link will be down there. By the way, the prices are in US dollars, but for some reason I can't get it to show Canadian dollars. So go take a look at my merch if you like to. So this is the end of the video, and see you guys next time.